Hello everyone and welcome to Flickering Myth, an extension of the website flickeringmyth.com. My name's EJ Marino and today we are diving into a brand new review. Yes, I am talking about the new film, Joker. Is there any movie this year that has as much conversation around it as The Joker? This is one of the most talked about, not even just hyped, talked about movies of the year. And for okay reasons. After seeing the movie, I could definitely see some of the critiques of it, I could see some of the praise of it. I'm firmly in the middle thinking the movie was just okay. Now, Joaquin Phoenix's performance, that is masterclass, it is excellent, he is giving it his all. If you've seen a Joaquin Phoenix performance though, this isn't going to be anything shocking to you. He's a great actor, so expect that. But overall, I think he is a great performance surrounded by an okay movie. Yes, as a whole, I think the Joker movie is okay. There's a lot in here to enjoy, like a great score, like a good performance from Joaquin Phoenix. But if I take away those two things, it's just an average, like, Scorsese Taxi Driver homage. I don't think there's any, like, new ground broke here. I don't think there's anything too shocking in this movie. I thought it was fairly, like, as it played out, I was like, okay, that's what should happen here. Of course that's gonna happen. Here's this, this, and this. And I was like, okay, this is predictable. Not that predictable is a bad thing, but with all of this talk going in, I expected to sit there and go, oh my, like for just 2 hours of going, what the hell is happening? That actually happens around the last 30 minutes of the movie, but before that, that first hour and a half, I'm like, well, this is fine. Okay, that's brutal. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, look at his laugh. And then I'm like, okay, it's just, you're kind of repeating a lot, kind of going through the motions. Now, once we get to that end, it's an explosive finale. I will say the movie really picks up and finds its own in that final act, but before that, I was a tiny bit bored. Joker does feature a great performance from Joaquin Phoenix, which is on par for a guy like him. He has done great performances, Inherent Vice, The Master, Gladiator, You Were Never Really Here. He's good. He's always good. Like, I don't think anyone should be shocked of, like, he did amazing in this Joker film. Yeah, he's Joaquin Phoenix. Like, we should be expecting performances like this. Now, his interpretation of the Joker is, I think, where a lot of the conversation is. This is very Heath Ledger Joker, but with a little bit of his own flair to it. I'm not a big fan of the Ledger incarnation of the Joker. I like my Joker to be like crime prince of Gotham kind of Joker. You know, anarchy, agent of chaos Joker isn't really for me. Now, Joaquin Phoenix has a little bit of that agent of chaos vibe, but there is a little bit of a Marc Hamill-ness here. There's some obviously original stuff that he's bringing, but I like that he tried to find a balance. I expected to not like this version of the character at all, and I think it does great, especially like I said in that last final act of the movie where I'm like, that's the Joker. Like, there we go, finally. I was truly waiting for that to be like, oh, and he's here. Like, he truly, like, he makes a big entrance, and that's truly the entrance of the Joker, and I appreciate that. Before that, you are dealing with a man who has a lot of mental illness. I like that the mental illness in this movie wasn't easily definable. I don't think a psychologist can go, well, that's bipolar disorder, or, oh, he's a schizophrenic. I think, like, that psychiatrist would be like, oh god, he's a little bit of bipolar, a little bit of narcissist. Like, there's a lot of layers in the performance here. Again, I like that. I think that's a good way of taking the Joker. Don't give me an easy defined, like, out to explain all of it. I like that, but there is some stuff that I was like, I'm not feeling sympathetic for the character. I don't think he really, the turn of events, I think one of the most famous Joker things is one bad day. I think this character has had a one bad life, which really doesn't blend with what I would imagine the Joker to be. That's just going into my own personal feelings, but I do think some of the one bad life is kind of the motto of this movie. A big inspiration for this movie is obviously like Kings of Comedy and Taxi Driver, two Scorsese films, but do you know what I think would have worked a little bit better here? I think this movie would have had a better outcome if it would have went a little bit more Clockwork Orange. I think that's the weird 70s movie we could have homaged. Taxi Driver is a choice. I really feel like director Todd Phillips really wanted to make a Taxi Driver homage, probably couldn't find the funding for it and was like, hey DC, can I borrow Joker? Because that's truly what it feels like. It felt like he took a vacation in the world of superheroes. It honestly feels like every time he had to mention something DC related, he was like, Oh god, I guess I'll set it in Gotham instead of New York City, I guess. So I do feel like some of that is there, but also at the same time, I think there is some Gotham vibes. We never really see this side of Gotham. We're usually in the Bruce Wayne kind of bougie side, or we have that Tim Burton weird world. We've never seen Gotham feel so real, look so real. Again, many times I was just like, so you guys just want this to be New York, right? Oh, it is New York? It's just Gotham now? But I don't know, I'm very confused on the DC side of this movie. I don't think this needed to be like, kind of the Killing Joke. I don't think we needed to go full like Red Hood, the original Red Hood vibe to this, but maybe something a little bit more comic book friendly would have worked, because you can definitely feel like comic books is not Todd Phillips or Joaquin Phoenix's strong suit. With a pretty good score and a great performance, I can see this movie being a pretty good contender at this year's Academy Awards. Do I think this is going to be a big winner for anything? Joaquin Phoenix, he's still in that like front runner for the thing, but you never know. I do think this movie is a little bit darker for some viewers, so I can definitely see some people being turned off by his performance and not wanting to maybe award something like that, but I could definitely see him really connecting with a lot of people. Again, I don't think the performance is bad. Do I love the Joker? Not really, but again, I think the performance here is really good and really brings something out of the Joker I normally don't like, especially this version of it. I don't really engage and click with it, but he won me over enough that, you know, if I had to go vote for him on something, I would probably cast my ballot for Joaquin Phoenix over something like Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio or some of these other ones. I would maybe see Joaquin Phoenix getting out over everyone else. The rest of the movie, I don't know if this is going to be Best Picture contender. The way my audience reacted, I can see it. The homages to Scorsese is going to play well for the Academy, so I could see this doing well. I just don't know if this is going to be the crazy awards contender that everyone originally predicted it to be. That is it for my review of Joker. What did you guys think of this review? What do you guys think of the movie? Let me know down in the comments below. Share all your thoughts with Flickering Myth, and make sure you subscribe to our channel because we make videos like this every single week. Alright guys, let's talk about Joker below.